Welcome, Hive fans. Good afternoon. Welcome to the live stream of today's semifinal match between Jewdoka and csigeee. This is game 3 of the semifinal match. We're going to see who wins this semifinal and goes up against A.E. Norman 43, who has already won his semifinal match against Happy Kiwi. So he's a first timer in the finals of the World Championship. So we're in the lobby waiting for the contestants this afternoon. A little bit going on in the lobby. We've got D. Dyer and Preve playing a game of darts in room 1. That might be a tournament game. We have the Eastern European Hungarian Hive Club joining. Yep, that's a tournament game between D. Dyer and Preve. Got Lazi with all the fives. Laszlo, welcome from the one of the originators of the Hungarian Hive Club, and we've got Indus, two very active Hive players from Hungary, no doubt are here to cheer on csigeee, his match against Jewdoka. So hopefully they'll be joining here very soon. I haven't heard of any uh, postponement of today's match. Hopefully there will not be a postponement. So I'll tell you what, let's take a real quick look here at the tournament so far. Jewdoka beat Louise, Jewdoka beat Indus, and here we are in the semifinals. Jewdoka against csigeee. csigeee got here by beating Gandak and Quadlibet. A.E. Norman and Happy Kiwi the other semifinal. A.E. Norman won that one 3.5 to 1.5. The contestants are in the lobby, so we should be playing here very shortly. So we are going to, bear with me a second, turn this off. Get back to live stream. We've got 3 people viewing already. Make sure, remember there is a 3-minute delay. Make sure if you're viewing that you drop me a note in the chat section. Let me know you're there. So, csigeee says hello. Jewdoka says hey. How are you? csigeee says fine, and you? Doing okay, ready for a challenge. csigeee says I should be white again, I guess, so that they will be starting here very quickly. So let's get the open. We'll start in 79. As soon as they get going, hopefully I'll be able to get the room up and open. 4 people viewing already. Let me go step over into Discord. Tell them that we are now live. Back some. Like they're going to be playing in game room number 4. So the semifinal, the timing is 30 plus 30, meaning they start with 30 minutes. They get 30 seconds added each turn. We've had some fairly long games in the tournament so far. And A.E. Norman has joined. He's going to be watching who he's going to be playing. Of course, A.E. Norman and Jewdoka are teammates in the team championship. So let's get going here. I'll try my best to keep up with it until I can get the room actually open. You can see it. They both started with ladybugs. Jewdoka plays his queen in elbow. That room off until we get it figured out. Plays an ant. Jewdoka plays the spider, which is very interesting because what this is going to do with the spider played here this quickly, csigeee has yet played his queen, so that spider is going to be able to pin that ant. We've seen Jewdoka do this before. So csigeee played the queen, and as expected, spider pinned the ant. One of these days, I'm going to get this figured out, guys. Okay, whatever reason, I am having issues getting this. Happily, we've got csigeee thinking about this one. Hi, Fabio. Welcome. Thanks for joining. He plays the Pillbug. Is Pillbug in? Rashigi's done a good job here of limiting the opportunity for Pillbug placement, but I'm going to guess that Jewdoka is going to probably bring another ant in. Okay, it's taken me a little while to get it up going, but I finally got it going. So yes, as I expected, Jewdoka brought in another ant. So Patrick Berggren, that's Happy Kiwi. Congratulations to Patrick for making it to the semifinals. He'll be playing in the bronze medal match against the loser of this match. He makes the comment, "Hey everyone, this will be interesting. Joe has obviously prepared something different as the opening is the same as the second game, I think." Hopefully now you can see the live game. Now what I may want to do is add. Okay, so we're up and going. These 30 plus 30s can last quite a while, so we're in for the long haul today. We've got Iggy has gotten the Black Queen pinned already with his mosquito. He set up a beetle factory here, so if he wants to, he can bring in a beetle here, but he is definitely behind on the ant game right now with two black ants mobile. The only white ant in play is already pinned by a spider. That was a very interesting ploy that Joe used to pin that spider. When Chigi waited to turn 4, bring in the queen, that allowed the spider movement. I'm going to take a peek. See, we've got Lazzy with all 5s, A.E. Norman, R.T., Malicious G, Geocat Gene, a guest, and me all watching. So a truly international group today. Iggy brings in a spider, threatening, of course, to move that spider into a kill spot, hoping that maybe Black will waste one of his ants by pinning it. course, what the spider does also is it stops this spot from being a spawn point, because if Jewdoka spawns something here, spider can immediately pin it. Should have a bidirectional pin on the defending ladybug. So if the spider goes to there, it still would be threatening to pin one of the black ants. So Jewdoka could bring in another mobile bug like an ant or a mosquito. That's interesting. He's looking at the possibility of playing, go back to here, getting back to where it was. Okay, he played the proximity pill bug, which does run the risk of this ant pin. Didn't waste any time opening up the beetle factory. Now, if black plays something in here, something like that, but that would get that white beetle pin. So we're glad to have everybody with us this afternoon. It's a beautiful fall day here in Florida. A little bit chilly. I'm wearing a sweater. Funny what we think is cold here in Florida. I was out a little bit earlier today. I ran into some rain, a little bit on the overcast side, but we'll have summer weather here again, no question about it. What I like about living in Florida, both days in the wintertime are nice. But that's interesting too, because if it plays the mosquito, go back to this spot where he was initially looking at. If the beetle climbs up, black mosquito could do that, but then the white mosquito could, okay, so we will see what he has plans for that mosquito. That mosquito might be able to fend against that beetle. He could play a beetle there, and then the white mosquito. Oh, no, he's going on the attack. Interesting. Of course, white has only one ant in play, and it's already pinned. We've got 9 people viewing. We appreciate everybody joining here on the live stream today. Hope it's a beautiful Friday wherever you are. There has been some discussion regarding the timing of these games. The committee decided to go 20 and 20 plus 20 through the quarterfinals, but to go to 30 plus 30 in the finals. 20 plus 20 means that you can generally get a game played in about an hour. The basic thought of the committee was that with the getting further along in the tournament, that the players would be more interested in playing longer, having more time to stay. You can see they are taking a little bit of time here. He's used up 8, approaching 9 minutes. Another interesting comment about displacement of the pill bug back here, which self-pinned the ant. It also shut down the white spider because the spider couldn't go there without creating the. He continues moving forward. Need a cough drop if I'm going to be talking this much this afternoon. Very aggressive game. Both players are in the attacking mode. I was very happy to see that my friend Francesco Salerno with the YouTube channel Ad Abstra was able to live stream on the matches last. Frasco and I are both members of the committee. Okay, the white grasshopper comes in. An angle of attack, this spot. Of course, that would do 2 things. It would fill a kill spot, but would also potentially free that ant. Let's take a quick look here. Jewdoka goes ahead and attacks. White grasshopper. That could be very, very interesting. Obvious as I thought black was already in trouble, but neither player has actually qualified for the win yet. Both players are on the verge of doing so. Both players have beetles. White beetle is already up, ready to move in and cover the queen. Jewdoka has an uncontested beetle. Now, the other thing that Jewdoka could do here is what happens if it warps in the pill bug. But this is one of those situations where you can be assured that they are looking very deeply at this position. That could, of course, bring in other ants. Do that. Brings in another ant, and the grasshopper jumper. Remember, there is a 3-minute delay, so you ask a question on a chat. If I answer it verbally, you're going to be 3 minutes before you see it. So I'm going to actually chat Fabio. I'm just going to say no in the chat. Then I'm going to say that Black is on the verge of qualifying for the win, but he has not yet qualified for the win. So let's say he brings in the ant. I just noticed that Ordep Kubik joined watching and Big Meat. That's Pedro and Jack. Jack is my Hive boys. Let's say if the grasshopper jumps to there, this could very well be that third ant would allow Doka to definitely control the outside of the hive. Another interesting little thought here is if Black, right now, both of these spots, well, this spot is not necessarily a spawn point because if White spawns a bug there, Black could warp the queen away. But White could definitely spawn a bug there. So if the beetle moves in there, that would shut that down. White. Black is probably not going to waste a move on his one mobile ant. So Fabio asked the count, does this count as already as qualifying for the win for the Black since Vito's next to the pill bug? So we'll go into that a little bit more. Most of you are familiar with the term qualifying for the win. With the pill bug in play, you have to neutralize the pill bug before you can win the game. And the most common way of neutralizing the pill bug is by covering it. They're either covering it or covering the queen with a beetle or a mosquito with beetle movement. Another way that Black is threatening to do that if the beetle and or mosquito can move forward and attack. Another thing that Black is threatening to do, another way that you qualify for the win is separating the pill bug queen. Black is threatening to do that. Black moves the pill bug to there. Then if white, okay, he's getting ready to make a move. Back into place. Okay, the beetle elects to move forward to attack. Now black is definitely threatening to qualify for the by either climbing up with the mosquito or climbing up with the beetle. So she goes ahead and attacks. Attacks with the grasshopper, which frees the white ant. I didn't turn back off. He lets the white ant alone, threatening a direct drop. Of course, if he can warp the pill bug away, then he would have two direct drop spots, plus the pill bug would be out of the way of outside of range of his own queen. So the key kill spot for white is this one. It's adequately protected inside this pocket. Of course, the ladybug could get there if this kill spot is filled before that kill spot. If the white ant attacks, more than likely you're not going to see this black ant move because then that black ant moving would leave this white ant. Of course, the white ant dare not move to there because that would free the to us somewhat escape out of that spot it's in. Likes to attack with a spider. As long as the ring stays intact, the black pill bug in a proximity pill bug position can warp the spider away. Only spot that a grasshopper can come in with an angle of attack to this pill spot is here, although white could fill this spot, freeing the ladybug. So in discussion with A.E. Norman 43, the comment has been made that because there were teammates in the team competition, A.E. Norman and Jewdoka have spent a lot of time playing together. So that no doubt has helped A.E. Norman's skill level. Black could also use this direct drop spot here, bring in an ant, which if left alone, fill that kill spot, but it would also make it available to defend if it needed to. Or he could cover the pill bug, would leave if Iggy did not immediately begin defending. One of the things I learned from my time spent with Jewdoka is he is excellent at counting tempo. Not just simple tempo counting like we might see in many games, but the complex tempo counting like in this one. So the black mosquito vacates a kill spot, but covers the pill bug, leaving 2 direct drop spots. Brought in a beetle, which interestingly enough now gives beetle power to the mosquito. You're welcome, SP. That does a couple different things. That's a very interesting attack move by csigeee because left on his own, if the mosquito climbs up, you've got 2 direct drop spots and 2 bugs atop the hive. So let's see if we can do some counting here. Bear with me one second. I'm going to turn my phone down. That's my company phone. I'm off for the afternoon. How I can do. Okay, I muted my company phone for 2 hours. Okay, so let's do a count here. Got, now see, one interesting thing is that ladybug is an excellent defending position. You know me, I love those ladybugs. So black's count is 1, 2, has to cover the ladybug is 3, attack is 4, drop down is 5. Left on his own, quickest that black could win would be 5. Maybe he could do it a little bit quicker than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 5 either way. So white could, if white climbs up with the mosquito, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. But black can throw a monkey wrench in the equation by warping the spider out. So what might be better for csigeee to climb up with the beetle first? An interesting thing is he warps the spider to there. He warps the spider out to one of these two spots, either here or here. Then that beetle can immediately attack. But by warping it to here, creating the ring, beetle can no longer move directly to that spot because of the gate right here. So now let's count from 1 to climb up with the mosquito, 2, 3, 4, 5. Black is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So white still may have a bit of an advantage in the what would happen if the mosquito climbs up, then the black ant moves to there, which shuts that down as a direct drops point. Okay, we've had Patrick and Fabio make comments, SP also. There's 10 people watching on my channel. Make sure you drop me a comment. Let me know who you are and where you're from. If you're first time watching or if you're a regular. So if the beetle goes up, the beetle goes 1, 2, drop 3. Oh, can't get into that spot. So the beetle 1, 2, direct drop is 3. Still has to get something. Angle of attack to there. I don't think that's a viable play by the white beetle. The white mosquito goes up. White beetle is now threatening to move into here as well. White beetle goes up. We're 40 minutes in. Neither player is anywhere near in time trouble at this moment. csigeee has 21 minutes and counting. Jewdoka's at 13. White doesn't break the ring. It could do something like bring, although it's still it's that spot over there. That's the killer. That's the spot there that's going to be difficult for white to get, unless the ladybug can get into the spot. I learned a long time ago that I can't play and comment at the time, and I think that I'm running into that same situation here. Oh, but if white doesn't break the ring, the black queen escapes. So white's going to have to break the ring. Now white can play an ant here. What would played an ant there? Then black moves the queen here. White has to keep the attack going. Thank you, Jorge. Jorge Garcia. Thanks for first time watching. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, he broke the ring by moving up with the mosquito, setting up 2 direct drop points, and the possibility of the beetle moving. So, what's the count? For black, 1, 2, cover the ladybug, 3, 4, 5. White as 1, 1, 2. Thanks, malicious genius. Tomasz Bielokuric. Try to give that a try in my Southern American accent. So what happens if black just goes on the attack? Again, we've counted out 5, but it looks like he's not going to pin the beetle, which also removes this as the direct drop spot. Now, if the white ant moves into there, then the black ant is free. So the white ant moving into there is not viable, because if he moves into there, black breaks the ring. Even with the direct drop spot here, black can. Well, we're up to 16 viewers. Welcome. Glad to have everybody with us this afternoon. let's see, it's approaching 3 o'clock in the afternoon my time, so that means it's Friday evening Europe. So we have a lot of our European Hive players. Now let's look at another interesting little tidbit here. What happens if white plays something, this direct drop spot, then moves, drops down with the mosquito? Again, this spot here is critical. One of the things I love about Hive is it's on the surface, it's a very simple game you can teach your 6 or 8 year old child to play, but can get very, very complex, particularly when you include all the expansion as all the tournaments play tournament Hive, which includes all three. And we're looking forward to the next version of Hive, which, from what I understand, will include expansion and the official. Okay, Fabio says 4 for white. I don't think so. The white only has 3 kill spots to fill, where black has 4. As long as this white ant stays there, the ladybug will be free if either of these kill spots are filled. Expected that Jewdoka would bring in the third ant into a kill spot. Now if white brings in a grasshopper with an angle of attack to either of these spots, oh, I could get one to here there as well. Yes, Carl, who plays under the name KR50, makes. Let's not forget that if the white mosquito dropped next to the black pill bug, it can warp bugs in. Yep, that is a critical thing. But if the white mosquito, okay, he did play the ant there. If the white mosquito goes to there, and then mosquito warps something in, then black can just warp the mosquito right back out again. Like I mentioned earlier, if this ant moves, then the ladybug is no longer pre-swamped. So if csigeee, okay, black is still at 4. white do it in 4? Okay, he played a grasshopper. Angle of attack to so black is still at 4. What is white at? White is 1. I have to remember that the comments are 3 minutes, the 3-minute delay on the video. So what I'm saying happens 3 minutes. You're not going to hear it for 3 minutes. I think that's the advantage of black having spawned the ant, the kill spot, is that, okay, playing very quickly. Black ends the grasshopper. So Nathaniel Russell said, "Did I just hear that Gen 42 is finally going to release a version of Hive with all the pieces included?" That's what we hear. Of course, Fresco, that's Francisco Salerno, is actually working with Gen 42 games, and yes, I do believe they are planning that. Probably, from what I understand, going to be released earlier in the UK before. Okay, the grasshoppers jumped into there. So let's see if now when the grasshopper jumps down, and when the mosquito comes down, missing here. I missed that spider spawn point. Okay, when the grasshopper attacks, oh no, that's interesting. I was always looking at the mosquito going to there. What happened to the mosquito goes to there? Yeah, there's a huge difference between going to there and going to there. And now if white attempts to make the ring, just warp the mosquito out. under there. So if the beetle moves forward, then black just does that, which keeps ladybug pin. This will be a good game to review. I think that mosquito coming to there was a better move, because allowing the spider, warping the spider to there, white no longer has any bugs that can threaten to take the kill shot via the warping of the mosquito. So Tomas asked, so no new expansion. So Tomas says, no new expansions, and I just typed in an answer. Hive is complete according to John Yanni at Gen 42, and I agree. Oh, wait, no, black can now warp the queen. I don't think that. I mean, white can now warp the black queen. White warps the black queen to there. Don't know. I don't think that's going to. Let's take a look at that. I need to make sure that I put everything back the way it was. Black warps the black queen to the. If white warps the black queen to there, white is threatening to win. Black can either warp the mosquito away, warp the spider away, yeah, Fabio asked, what about just covering the pill bug now? If you cover the pill bug now, white just does not have anywhere near enough bugs to get there. Doesn't white win in 3 kill bug cover? SP says yes. But if you go up, Black Queen moves to there, and that frees up two defenders that are going to escape, and that leaves all these white bugs pinned, which then leaves both of these ants free to attack. And we're passing the 1 hour mark. Gigi's approaching 10 minutes left. Jewdoka's down to 740. Taking the kill shot is sometimes the most difficult move to make. That's all you got to do is stop them from getting that 6th spot filled. White ant can't move. If the white ant moves anywhere, then one of the black ants come in. The white ant has to keep the ladybug pre-swamped. Okay, Carl says to warp white grasshopper 3, top of the black queen, jump across, drop. Yeah, but see, at any point in this, warps to there. As soon as this grasshopper jumps to there, then mosquito gets warped out. Welcome, Pal Capella. We're up to 15 concurrent viewers. We're doing quite well this afternoon. I appreciate everybody joining. I think when we go back to review this game, I think the white mosquito coming to there is take coming to there. I think better play. I think you're right, Carl. I think it still is a win for black. Black has just 3 moves. Black needs 3, but I don't think that white can get to there. Okay, so let's look at Carl's option of warping the grasshopper to there, and then black goes to there, white goes to there, and then black has the option of warping away either one of these bugs. Probably warp them away. And then the mosquito no longer has an angle of attack. So I don't think that warping that grasshopper over, re-indexing the grasshopper is going to be good. course, now black is threatening to win in two. An ant to take the setup shot. He has got two ants to take the setup shot, and the beetle to take the kill shot. It will be interesting to see if they do play a second game today. But that's a essentially got to figure out a way to put it back. Beetle jumps up. Now the beetle has to cover the ladybug. Hi, Artane. Saw that you were watching it on board space. Okay, so is there any way to stop beetle to there, one of these two ants, and then the beetle down? Because if this beetle stops the beetle, that frees up the. Oh, let's take a look at that. Oh, maybe. What if he goes to there? Oh no, because he's got two ants. Yep. Remember, there's a 3-minute delay creates an interesting scenario. Carlson need to get back on top of the black queen and drop again. That loses the tempo, and I think that's what's going to be the difference. I don't see any defense for white here. Oh, well, let's see. Black goes to there. White goes to there. Threatening to warp either one of these bugs in. Black has to pin the spider, move the ant out so that both the ant and the spider are kept from being warped in. And if white tries to do something, then the mosquito gets warped out. It was not quite cut and dried like I thought it was. but it does start with the pill covering the ladybug. Oh, maybe he's not going to do that. He's going to use his entire time, it looks like. Okay, he moved to there. I think the only option. Jump to there. Next only option is there. Oh, black moves out to there. White can't come into here because it warps the mosquito away. But what if he does that? Now that will force the self-pin the pill bug to keep the pill bug from warped in. Garshi Narsh, thank you very much for joining us today. What about white put mosquito next to two enemy spider and pill bug? Oh, interesting. Good job, csigeee. Wow, unbelievable. So csigeee did have time for the mosquito to recover. Put a fill around that spider. Wow, I was looking at it as black had the win all along. It's the reason why I'm on the doing the commentary and not playing. What a game. 10 minutes ago, who would have dreamed that csigeee was going to win? Did it with the fill. Spider warps in. Good job, csigeee. So let's get the nice finish is what Jewdoka says. So world champion Jewdoka, boy, it looked like. csigeee said, good game. There was a serious blunder for me at the end. I was lucky that it was this finish. Jewdoka's asking for a 5-minute break, so they may be playing a game 4 today. Okay, guys. What a game. So, Iggy was able to recover. It'll be interesting to go back to see if there was any way that Jewdoka could have won the game if Mosquito would have dropped down into the right spot. Wow, what a game. Okay. So we're going to, okay, they're going to take a brief break. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, let's see what we can do. Let's turn off the room. Let's turn up the, let's go to here and add Chigi's win. So Chigi is now ahead 2-1. So it's a 6-game match, the first one to 3.5 points. So even if Chigi wins game 4 and takes a 3-1 lead, it's not over. We're going to close this. Lobby back open. Oh, oops, I think I hit the wrong button. I think I've closed everything out. What a game, guys. Unbelievable. Got quite a crowd going on. We've got a, there's a Zerts tournament going on as well. So people are joining, but we have quite a crowd here watching this afternoon. We'd like to thank everybody. We've got 12 people now still staying on the live stream. And I'm going to take a little commercial break here. If you'd like to help support the channel, there's a link down below. You can buy me a coffee. Appreciate that. And of course, playing this afternoon is Joe Schultz, plays under the name Jewdoka, who's the author of the book, The Canon of Hive Groundwork. A very extensive book, telling some of the more complex thoughts and processes in playing Hive. If you haven't already purchased it, if you purchase it through the link down below, you'll be helping support my channel as well. And of course, don't forget my original book, Play Hive Like a Champion. Hopefully, by the end of next year, I'll have version 3 out with all examples from uh, full tournament Hive and a couple new chapters that I'm working on as well. And there's the Hive lexicon, which we've already added a whole bunch of items to the lexicon. So the 2024 edition, once Joe Schultz comes out with his new book, Canon of Hive Openings, I'll be publishing a new Hive lexicon. And of course, the standard Hive opening encyclopedia. If you follow along the replay without commentary, you'll notice I'm publishing the 2 designation for each one of those games. Links down below for all of these books. It has been an exciting tournament season this year. We've had some unbelievably great playing, some exciting play. Been a pleasure to be able to follow along. I've been watching as many games as I can since recently I started doing the replay without commentary, which has been very beneficial to me because I've been able to see games more thoroughly than I would under normal circumstances. So we appreciate everybody that has joined in this afternoon and has commented, because commenting helps trigger that YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate that. So the stream has been going on for, let's quick look. I think we're on. Tells me it started about 1 o'clock. It's been going on about 2.5 hours. They are getting ready to play again. So let's go ahead and get there's the review room that we're going to be following along in, and I will see what I can do about getting up and running quicker this time. So we're going to turn the lobby off. They have started, so let's get going. They are not wasting any time. Jewdoka is now playing white. Ladybug openings. Ladybug is far and away the most popular bug. Let's see if we can. Enter Z queen, initial queen formation. right along here. So let's see if I can dot up. Okay, there we go. We should be up and running there. We're going to go back and just do this real quickly. Ladybug, ladybug, Ito, black queen. White plays the initial Z initial queen formation. They both play a hub triple. Both play ants, and then the mosquito attack. So far, almost a mirror image of each other. A quick look. I think that yes, Jewdoka and csigeee both. Every game has been won as white so far. What an exciting end finish to that last game. Let's see. Okay, again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining this afternoon. It's been an exciting afternoon. We've got probably another hour, an hour and a half yet if they're going to play another game. That was not a marathon like some of the tournament games have been so far. Some of them have gotten 100, 200, 300 plus moves. A couple of csigeee's options. Of course, if csigeee does cap off the mosquito, keep it from being used as a spawn point, then the black mosquito will lose ant caps it off with the mosquito, then the mosquito loses movement. Of course, if he caps it off there, then white can just move over, set a true pin on the black mosquito. Black does not have an easy way of getting in the pill bug. Black, white plays something, black plays something. Black would be able to finally get the pill bug in play. Hey, now is White going to play it conservatively, bring in a pill bug and an anti-spawn defense, or is White going to play aggressively, start playing beetles? After watching that last game, I would think that Jewdoka is going to probably play aggressively because they were both very aggressive in that last game. Go over here to the lobby to see. You've got Ordep Kubik, AM Norman 43, Happy Kiwi, R10, Lazi with all fives, Never, Industus, Navir, Industus. We've got quite a crowd watching today. Navir is Tom Fife. He's also one of the members. And we can't say enough to thank Dave Dyer for hosting the Board Space website. Been very responsive, set up the timing, which has been a very good thing. Even though more people are playing over at Board Game Arena, their tournament structure there, a lot to be desired. Just a little side note: the other night, my wife's daughter invited us out to dinner, and we ended up going down watching the moon rise over the ocean. There's a little image of a moon rise over the ocean in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. It was absolutely gorgeous. Thought we had missed it, but we realized that it hadn't yet risen, so we actually saw it rise. It was beautiful. Thank you to my stepdaughter Julie for inviting us out. That okay, Jewdoka starting a beetle attack. First beetle gets pinned. Now, what happens if okay, rather than truly go with a multiple beetle attack, he's bringing I can't end it an elbow. Both of these players have played very aggressively today. Now, the interesting move that Jewdoka played in the earlier game, almost worked for him, was playing a pill bug. Nope, he's going to go ahead and play the pill bug now, get it in. Of course, white has created a beetle factory here, a pin-proof spawn point for the beetle. But if he brings it in now, the black beetle here, then black defensive beetle here ready to defend against that second beetle coming. So Ad Abstra says, what did I miss? Ad Abstra Games and Hive is Francesco Salerno. Fresco. I'm going to answer one great game by csigeee. Game that got lost. Now, what's interesting? Let's just take a quick look here. What happens? Well, white goes there. Of course, if the black queen gets warped away, the white mosquito can move forward. White, black could pin the white mosquito. That would render the mosquito powerless. So if he did do that, oh, he did. Oh, decided to get the pill bug. Typical anti-spawn defense. So that last game was very, what's the word I want to use? Not conventional. This one looks like it's going to be more of a. Both players have their pill bugs in defensive positions. We've got still got 12 people watching. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. Picking it out, it looks like it's going to be another hour and a half for this one, unless it goes a 200 to move marathon. brings in an ant. Going to guess that Jewdoka is going to pin it. One of the things I like about watching on board space is you actually can see what the players are thinking. Just looking at an elbow or in line. Don't have the you touch it, you move it rule. But of course, as I've always said, that gives the opportunity as well to mislead your opponent. You could set the ant here and look at it, making his opponent think that's where he's going, and then in reality, he's planning on moving it there. Now let's look at some of the advantages of here or here. The advantage to the elbow pin is if this ring is ever created, the ant is not free. It also gives the opportunity for grasshopper coming from there to create a pin replacement. So SP says it's strange to see a win only playing one ant. Didn't pay attention to that. Yes. Also, was the mosquito move a recovery or the plan to get the spider in the right spot? I think if you'll look at the comments that csigeee made after the game, it was it was a recovery. It wasn't planned at all. Now, what's interesting, he decided to play the ant inline pin rather than elbow pin. So let's look at some of the reasons why that might be. If you play a spider here, then that threatening to do the pin replacement is also threatening to pin the black ant. Classic classic example of a ambiguous spider. So Jewdoka probably looked at that very carefully. So Frasco, that's at Abstract Games and Hive, says quite common winning with one ant only, although possible play in white, I would say very rare as black. Oh, quite uncommon winning with one ant, although possible play in white, very rare as black. That's more understandable, Frasco. And I love how these top level players seem to be able to use their spiders. That will be interesting to go back and look at that. I don't think that Iggy calculated it out on the last game. I think it was a mistake on his part. And I was wondering why Jewdoka was taking so much time thinking about it, because I thought it was cut and dried. We'll have to go back and look. Yeah, SP made the comment. I need to go back and look to see if moving it to the right spot he put in quotation mark directly would lead to any more obvious wins. So the white spider threatens the black ant, and so the black ant just pins it. How dare you threaten me? So let's take a look at some options here. What if the white plays to bring in an ant? And an ant brings in the ant. What if black just goes ahead and picks this white spider have anywhere good to go? Look like it. Like that white spider, although the white spider could warp to there. Okay, he's leaving the white ant on its own. That black spider, of course, was threatening to do a pin replacement there, so stops that. So let's see what we've got here. What are some of the options that whoops. black beetle comes in. Now, is this a force? Black beetle can get forced atop the hive? White can only pin it from here, and then a black bug goes into there and stop the black beetle from up. So Jewdoka's not going to be concerned about that. Because this spider could possibly force this beetle up. So let's say that csigeee goes ahead and continues with his plan. Beetle goes up. Guess is the spider is going to go to there. And either one of these ants can, and I don't think the way you can, actually not either one of these, this ant have to come there. So black, that ant, and white could bring grasshopper up to there. So let's put everything. So interestingly, I would like to ask, you've got 14 people watching right now. How many of you are subscribers and got a notification that I was live? How many of you saw my post over at X, formerly known as Twitter? And how many of you saw my post over at Discord? Quickly did that, and the black beetle climbed up. White beetle defended. We're 30 minutes in. Each player has 22 and change for Jewdoka, 21 and change counting for csigeee. This has been a grasshopperless game so far. White can force a beetle up, I think, for everything. White can get a bug to there, force a beetle up. I'll get a bug to there while keeping. Can't do it with this ant because then this black ant could pin the beetle. This ant there. White grasshopper comes in here, the black ant could pin it. Bear with me 1 second. I am going to pull out my. See, how far do we have to go back? We have to go all the way back to 2014 to find a final that did not include either Jewdoka or Quadlibet or both. So Quadlibet, of course, beat it earlier. So we've got two-player with csigeee beating Quadlibet, and then A.E. Norman qualified. So A.E. Norman is a new player in the finals. Okay, good. Ad Abstra and SP. And Darshi Narsh said Fabio texted me. Thank you, Fabio. Appreciate that. That's interesting. Beetle. Jorge says Discord. Alexander says subscribe but saw the Discord post. Now that's interesting if he's going to take the white beetle that direction. He wanting to force the black beetle to move forward. That would be interesting. Okay, so black pins the white hand. Then white, well, white could still get a grasshopper in there and pull up. The white, well, neither player's qualified for the win yet. Black move the beetle forward, white covers it, or white could ignore it. And if white gets to there, then white is threatening. Interesting. Okay. Interesting use of that ant. Moving the ant to there is a very good, very instructive position because notice creating the ants will leave that ant in an inline pin on the pole. Unless something changes very quickly, this one looks like it might be going a while. Anytime your opponent spawns a new bug or moves a bug, you should always ask yourself, where is it going from here? If we look at that last grasshopper placement by white, obviously it's not going to self-pin ant, but the ant could, tempo is not as critical right at the moment, so the ant could move over and then the grasshopper could pin replacement, or it could do a pin replacement this way. Frasco says white is maybe threatening to drop the beetle here, there, threatening to free that ant. Problem is, Jewdoka takes the tempo, shifts the ant out, allowing that grasshopper to jump out and do a pin replacement there. Now, what would happen? Of course, place the spider, then play the spider to there. So Ad Abstra makes the comment, at this point seems hard to qualify for the win. Maybe it's worth to get the ant in play, and that could very well be. But not only is the concern you qualifying for the win, the concern is stopping the other person from qualifying for the win. Black still has that second beetle. The white mosquito beetle combination is going to be hard to, although, now let's go back to Ad Abstra's comment. What would happen if the white beetle goes to there? Black beetle covers it. White ladybug goes to there. Okay, in fact, they actually did something. That's interesting that what? Oh, he didn't do. So Dr. Sheriff asks, I'm completely new to competitive Hive. How does the notation work? So I'm going to give you a brief explanation here. It tells you which bug is moved. And if you notice, let's use ants as an example. We're going to look at the black ants. Black ant is horizontal. That's black ant number one. We're going to look at it this way. Then when you shift it to there, that's black ant number two. You shift it 60 more degrees to there, that's black ant number three. 60 and 60. So this, for example, black ant number one. this is black ant number 2, and this is black ant number 3. So first you mentioned the bug that's moving, and then you have a, okay, good, SP is answering that. And the where it's moving to is a target bug and a direction. So for example, and now in 2 minutes, he's going to hear my somewhat explanation. Thank you, SP and Ad Abstra. Thank you, Dr. Sheriff, for joining and asking that question. So that's interesting because Jewdoka looked at going to there, which would have that ant blocked in if it weren't for the kill bug to warp it to there. So let's see if Frasco's idea of the beetle dropping down. That could force a mosquito up, but it could also get the black queen escaped, and I don't know that the white would have bugs to win that. So it looks like this one might be going a while. Only at turn 37, already used 46 minutes total. Time for another cough drop. I don't know where in the world you all are, but Fisherman's Friends cough drops are really, really good. They're menthol cough suppressant. They're having a discussion in the chat room about notation. And this is another thing that Dave Dyer had come up with was notation system that's used. Most people think it really has some issues. There's got to be a better way, but no one's come up with a better way yet. And of course, it's somewhat based on playing online where you're looking at things and everything has an up, down, left, right. If you're playing in real life, you don't necessarily have that. So I'm going to turn it and turn my camera on. And here's what I've done to my Hive piece. If you see the little dot there, there's black grasshopper number 3. Okay, so something has happened. Spider 2 has moved to there. That's very interesting. Now, of course, the white mosquito and or white beetle are threatening to climb atop the hive. But black can warp the ant to there. Now, oops, if the black queen gets warped away, then white mosquito can climb up. Maybe a very long-term method. Black ant gets warped away. Did I'm guessing the white beetle is going to attack the. Oh, played that one very quickly. Now, what would happen if csigeee attacks with csigeee attacks with the queen gets warped away, the beetle up. Wow, this is very interesting and very, very complex. So let's see. SP Fish has joined as a spectator. over at board space. Let's see if black beetle goes to there. There is no way to stop the black beetle from moving over. White queen warped away. Black beetle just goes about. Okay, let's see. So Dr. Sheriff says might have to bring this game back in. My family hasn't played in quite a bit. Yep, you really should. Make sure you join over at Discord as well. And white breaks this ring, bringing up the spider. Oh, now that's interesting. Jewdoka may be planning to make the ring this way. Grasshopper. Okay, so let's see. So how big a threat is the white grasshopper to there? Okay, thanks. Ant is a big threat. So is it a better way to attack here, here? go there. Good question is, can white come up with enough bugs to win? I can't remember where I was. Oh, there are so many different options in these. What happens if the white pill bug goes to there? Interesting. Back to where it was. White pill bug to there. How does creates allows the black people to move forward? So Jewdoka is definitely having to play the long game here to see come up with a way. I know csigeee Eastern Europe. I don't know what the time difference is. That approaching 30, 11:30 there. Jewdoka's in a deep going. Let's if we One aspect of that move that I hadn't thought of was white is now threatening to get a black ant out of play. Wow. Okay. Obviously, you can't warp this black ant here to here. But if you warped it to there, okay, ant to there, protect it from getting warped into there. How if the ladybug attacks? Grasshopper. White has to try to figure out a way to attack, keeping Black Queen somewhat engaged because White is rapidly running out of attacking bugs. Chapter in my book called Counterattack. If you can withstand the initial assault by your opponent and then counterattack, usually, not always, usually some options. Pull to there. Now the beetle is threatening to qualify for the win. Black beetle almost has to cover it. other than covering it. And he win the race if he decides to go all out on the attack. And I don't think the yes goes to the white beetle has to cover it. Okay, now white mosquito is threatening to cover the black queen. And if the black queen gets warped out, attacks. White doesn't have a bug take the kill shot, but black is going to have one. Black is going to have to. Black can't. I'm not going to make the same mistake last time and predict somebody's going to win. All of a sudden, something happens and they don't. I'm not going to jinx Jewdoka by saying, hey, win this one. Of course, this is game 4. So far, each player's one is white. Iggy's leading 2-1. So csigeee either allows the mosquito or beetle to climb up, or he warps the up. Can he do anything other than whatever he's going to do? He's going to allow, doesn't warp the queen away. Okay, white has gotten the bug atop the hive somehow. I don't think there's a way to stop that. The only way to break the ring is to move it to there. Then the ant locks it in and can't stop this mosquito. Back where it belongs. don't think he has a choice but to do that. Now the only question is, does he place the here? Does he place the there? Probably places it there. Intuitively, that looks like a better spot. Prove me wrong. Question is, can black warp the black ant out? Can white threaten by doing that? Don't want to move the mosquito directly to there. Grasshopper gets warped away. Oh, it's very, wow, very intense game. These are not these 200 game, 200 move in games so far. They have been very in really proving that these two players are good at these positions. Okay, now is going to be bug jumped out. White, white mosquito is threatening kill shot. So one of these three bugs has to move. So if the black queen gets warped away, warp the grasshopper out. Now the black queen is threatening to get away. Okay, the white mosquito warps the black beetle in. White mosquito warps the white beetle in. Okay. Again, the mosquito is threatening. Black queen goes to there. We just warp in. Oh, that one. And the pill bug is completely surrounded. So Jewdoka surrounded the pill bug, neutralizing the pill bug, and has a ladybug cannot be stopped. Open the chat room just to see what they were going to. And csigeee falls on his sword. What a game. Wow. Through game four, 2 games apiece. Both players have held serve playing white. Jewdoka will play white in game 5. I doubt very seriously if they're going to play again today. There's been a 4-hour next weekend. Yes. So, what a Hive afternoon. Had 2 fantastic games. Very surprising ends on both of them. Earlier game today, I thought Jewdoka had it won. csigeee made a mistake. I thought for sure Jewdoka had it won. But the defending ladybug in the earlier game today was critical. And then I love it when the ladybug, of course that's my favorite bug, ladybug won the would have been the winning bug in this game, except that csigeee fell on his sword. So what an after of hot. Unbelievable. So Fabio said white just won. Can't comment on that because can't comment on the chat. Ad Abstra said this game is crazy, really. So it's about ready to end. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. We truly appreciate everybody joining today. This was a classic, no question about it. So as always, if you'd like to make a small cash contribution to the channel, buy me a coffee link down below. Truly appreciate everybody joining this afternoon. We had a really, really, really good F5. Two top quality games of the best. World champion, defending world champion Jewdoka, fighting through game 4, continue to hold serve, winning white, tie it up at 2 games apiece. We'll be playing again next weekend. Hopefully they'll play it on Saturday, not on Friday, because I don't think I'll be available to Friday. As always, don't forget, play Hive like a champion. The original Hive strategy and tactics book, Canon of Hive groundwork, world champion Joe Schultz, his fantastic book on Hive, and we're looking forward to future publications coming out. So, thank you again for watching this afternoon. We had a lot of people watching. Really appreciate that, and it was well worth time spent this afternoon. Two great players. Fabio Ricci says, thanks for the stream. You are very welcome. Thanks for watching today, Fabio, and thanks for inviting your friends along. We appreciate that as well. And so, be watching. I'll be live streaming when I can. I'll be posting replays without comments on both of these fairly soon as well. I've got a couple games that I'm going to post videos on with some commentary because there have been some very interesting games, particularly how the players have been using their spiders. I love that because even though a lot of people don't like the spider, they say we can't. Difference between beginner, good Hive player, champion caliber Hive player, quite often is how they use. So, thank you again for watching. Till next time, as always, I am here helping you play Hive like a champion. Be watching for our next live stream. Thanks.